Hey, this is Canine Curtis. It is 7:30 something p.m. or 19:30 something hours. I don't have my watch on. How y'all doing? Oh yeah, look at that. The fan's going. Anyways, um, I just woke up and I'm like normal, thinking that it was 1:30 in the morning. Like, get up, get ready to work. And wife comes in and says, "Hey, it's only 7 something at night," and I go, "Oh, damn it, here we go again." Um, taking two of those hydrozones or hydro something to boost my sleeping aid for some reason. Uh, Makes me a little loopy, but like I said, I only get like maybe less than 3 hours of sleep. So, and that's with two of them. So my body for some reason is like, you can give me anything you want. You give me a horse tranquilizer, I'm gonna happy ass up in freaking 2 hours. So I don't know. I gotta go to VA Tuesday. So if I don't hear anything back from the community side about my freaking sleeping study, oh, I just may go down to the one. I may go to Crestwood right straight there and say, "Hey, did you get anything from the community, from the VA? If you did, tell me a date. Let's get this going. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this moving because I'm sick and tired of waiting for this freaking stupid sleep study. All right, I just want to go to sleep, fucking put wires all over me, freaking figure out what the hell's going on, and then after all that, tell me what the hell's going on. Give me the results, and then figure out what we need to do. Okay." Because right now I know I have restless sleep disorder. I mean, with my knees, my legs, because I move around like a fish out of water. I mean, drastically. Um, I can't stay still. I can't sit for a long period of time. I sit for maybe 5-10 minutes. I have to get up. I have to get moving. The toughest thing I ever did was last week when I took Sunday off to go to church, and I sat for an hour. Okay, an hour. All right, I was bouncing around so much. I know for a fact people in the back, people on the side, people in the front are going, "What in the world is going on with you?" You know what I mean? So I just got to figure it out. I may have insomnia because I can stay up for days. I can have freaking, I don't know, sleep apnea. I can't breathe at night and I wake up, whatever the case may be. Or I may have something else, who knows? I may have all three, so it's just, but the waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then you get, because you got the VA side and the community side, which is two different entities now. Okay, the VA side basically is when you go to Biloxi, Mississippi, you get your sleep study, boom, you're good. Okay. Well, now they said, well, you know what, Chris, you don't have to come all the way to Mississippi. That's 2 hours and 39 minutes, and we screwed up the first time, so we don't want you to come all the way up here and we screw up the second time, because that's how we are. No, no, this is my opinion. But anyways, so we're gonna send you community, so that's fine, you know. But they confused the hell out of me because the order was put in October 27th when I went to the VA on Friday and made a complaint, and they said, well, we need to look into this. So they put in another sleep study on the 27th. Now on the 30th, the Mississippi got it right. But I already talked to somebody 2 days after the fact and say, hey, we're going to go community, so we're going to do this. Okay. That's been over 2 weeks now. I haven't heard back from them. Okay. And then all of a sudden, freaking the VA sends me Mississippi sends me a letter stating that if you don't respond in 2 weeks, guess what? We're gonna freaking discontinue your freaking sleep study once again. So I called them up last week and I said, hey, I need to freaking schedule a sleep study. She goes, well, it's now with the community side. I said, well, that's fine. So she transferred me over to the community side. Now I sat there for over 30 minutes on hold. Okay, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay, that's an hour and a half. Because after 30 minutes, I hang up. I don't give a crap. If you don't fucking get me after half an hour, I don't know what the hell you're doing over there. And this was in the afternoon, so maybe everybody under the sun wants the same thing I need. Okay, so anyway, so after 3 attempts, I said I'm screwed this. So I have interrupted. If I don't hear anything on Monday or tomorrow, Monday, if I don't hear anything Monday, Tuesday after work, I'm going straight to freaking Eglin Clinic, and I'm going to say, hi, my name is Chris. My stress level is now a 10. Let's figure this one out. You know what I mean? And then hopefully we can get that damn date so I can get this damn thing done. Anyways, But like I said, the meds that the doctor gave me, the hydro something to boost the QQ, I call it, med, it was working. And I took two so I can knock myself out so I could sleep the whole night. Well, apparently my body said, no, not today. So I'm up. But I'm a little loopy because one of the side effects of that stuff is dazed, confused, and loopy. Like I had a freaking 6-pack or 12-pack of beer. Alright, anyways. Enough about that. Now, what about my fucking Patriots? What in the hell? What in God's green earth you guys are doing over there? I don't know. You were overseas, I guess, because you played early in the fucking morning, right? You couldn't even get a goddamn touchdown against the freaking Colts. The Colts, okay? Alright. Mac, you don't know how to play football. I don't think it's Mac's fault because he got sacked 5 times. My friend said he got sacked 5 times. I guess he watched the game. I didn't. I watched the highlights, and I didn't like the highlights because we didn't have a touchdown. We had 2 freaking field goals. That was it. But anyways, Mac got sacked 5 freaking times. 5 freaking times, okay? What in God's green earth? What is the offensive line doing? You get paid how much money you get paid how much money every freaking 2 weeks? Or a week? I don't know how they get paid in the NFL. But you get a paycheck I would freaking give that money back to Kraft and say, you know what? I apologize. I playing like crap. You know what I mean? This is not a dumpster fire anymore. This is a dumpster forest fire. Now we're getting to a dumpster freaking inferno. You know? Belichick's probably freaking pulling his freaking hair right now. Pulling his hair out of his freaking butt, out of his freaking armpits, out of his freaking head. Kraft is like, I want to win a championship. He had that freaking heartfelt letter last year saying, yeah, we're going to come back. We're going to freaking kick ass. We're going to take names. Look, we're at 2-8 right now. 2-8. You can kiss this season goodbye. It is not even December. Okay? This is back in the 1990s. Remember the 90s? Remember the early 90s? I don't know if anybody remembers the early 90s, but remember the early 90s? When I was in the military in the early 90s, right? Okay, I barely watched the freaking New England Patriots. Why? Because they were like 1-16, 1-15, freaking 2-14, freaking 3-13. We had freaking coaches like freaking whatever until the tuna came. Remember the tuna? I forget his name, but we call him the tuna fish. He came and he got us into the promised land in 1997. Okay, with Drew Bledsoe. All right, we got our asses spanked. Not really, because the first time we were in the Super Bowl in 1985, the Bears freaking took us and freaking put us in the back of the freaking tool shed and freaking beat the crap out of us. I think we scored 10 points that freaking Super Bowl. Okay? But we did squish the fish. That was awesome. Well, that was Marino's year. That was the big thing. Everybody was talking about Marino. Back in 80-45. And guess what? We beat Marino. In Miami. Those are the glory days. Now we can look at today. You know what we need to do? Get that damn team. You need an offensive line, Belichick. Alright? Take out the pocketbook. Alright? Stop being stingy. That's what Kraft needs to do. Kraft says, you know what? Belichick, I want you to be a coach, but no, you don't need to be a GM, man. I'm going to find somebody else. I'm going to find somebody else that's going to kick ass, take names, and freaking get this team to look like the Bruins and the freaking Reds, and not the Red Sox. Well, the Red Sox are looking better now in the offseason. But I'm talking about the Bruins and the Celtics. The Bruins and the Celtics, man, look at them. They opened up their pocketbooks. Okay, they opened up their pockets so much, they got money flowing everywhere. Okay, they got fucking players coming. They want to play for those teams. Okay? They want to play. They got players coming back. I want to play for the Bruins. I want to play for the freaking Celtics. I want to play for the Red Sox. Wow. You know? Come on, Patriots, man. Just win a freaking game. Every week, man, I freaking say, man, we're going to lose. You know? That's the confidence I have. You know, I want to have the confidence of saying, hey, my Patriots are going to kick ass and take names. And every time I do, I have that confidence in my head. I said, hey, man, they're playing the freaking Indianapolis. So we have a chance, right? 10-6. Come on now. Come on now, man. Now, next week when I play a team, I said, I don't know, we're going to win tomorrow or not. But yeah, you know what? That's the confidence of the Patriots. I was spoiled for over 20 freaking years. Because I remember when I started watching the New England Patriots with Steve Grogan. Remember Steve Grogan? I don't think anybody remembers Steve Grogan. Like, Steve Grogan was he was a tall, freaking, muscular, freaking motherfucker, and that motherfucker was a utility player, man. That motherfucker can throw the goddamn football pretty well, and whatever the case may be, he get hit all the time. He gets back up and says, so screw you, and he freaking gets back in the goddamn line, and he throws the ball again. Okay? There is no other Steve Grogan in the world. That motherfucker, he freaking stayed for I don't know how many years. 14, 15, 16 years? And then we had a quarterback coming in. We had Tony Eason. Remember Tony Eason? No one remembers Tony Eason. He brought us to the promised land in 1985 and got our asses spanked. We had freaking players like, remember Urban Fryer? Anyone remember Urban Fryer? I guarantee you don't. And if you do, let me know. Urban Fryer, man, he was the only one in 1985 in the Super Bowl that won't got that touchdown. We only had 10 points. He got that. We got the only touchdown, and he deserved that touchdown in the Super Bowl. You know why? Because he was an awesome player. We had players back in the 90s, man, they were playing real good. They were like, man, I got to get off this team. Man, there was people that want to leave freaking New England back in the day. And then we finally got Drew Bledsoe. Remember Drew Bledsoe, Washington State. Man, Drew Bledsoe came, everybody saying, oh my God, we got a quarterback now, right? Took some time on that mofo. And then when Belichick came to New England, okay, he went 5 games that first year. 5 games. I remember that. 5 games. He was 5-11, right? With Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was making so many mistakes. Belichick's like, what the hell are you doing? And then finally, the year they got Tom Brady. Okay? And he was a rookie. Right? On the sideline with the clipboard, watching Drew Bledsoe play. Okay? And then that one fateful day against the Jets, Drew Bledsoe ran a route, got his ass kicked. He's out. Guess who came in? Brady. Guess who was winning games? Brady. Guess who stayed in? Brady. But you know what? Drew Bledsoe did help outside getting to the back of the Super Bowl because Brady was a little bit hurt. Bledsoe came in for a little bit, scored a couple of touchdowns. Damn, we beat Pittsburgh, right? We went into the promised land. And then there was that big controversy saying who's going to fucking play? Brady, Bledsoe. Brady, Bledsoe. Guess what? Brady said, no, my turn. Brady came in. We won a Super Bowl. It wasn't in a dominant fashion. I don't think any of our Super Bowls were a dominant fashion. I think we had all close ones. There's some Super Bowls where I scratch my head going, what the hell the other team was doing? Remember Seattle? Why in the hell did you run the damn ball? No, they threw the ball. And guess what? We had a defense. Catch that motherfucker ball and said, that's it, we're done. Everybody's looking. Was that Richard? What's his name? He was like, his face were dropped down. Remember that? That first Super Bowl we won. First Super Bowl we won. We went twice. Lost twice in the Super Bowl before we went to the third time. That was the third time. When Bledsoe took us to the promised land, it was the third time. We won. And then we won 6. And it was time for 20 years. 20 years with New England. We won 6. 6 Super Bowls with him. And then he leaves. They let him go. They said, okay, test the waters. He did. He went to Tampa. Everybody was shocked. New England was like, what the hell happened? Why did we lose Tom Brady? Remember when they brought Jimmy in? Jimmy G? Why? Why did they fucking bring Jimmy G in? What the hell? Jimmy G was freaking... Yeah, we didn't need a quarterback. We had Brady. Well, we're going to bring Jimmy G in. Jimmy G in was a freaking quarterback. But he's injury prone. Alright? He wouldn't let... Remember that time when freaking Brady got suspended for something stupid? I don't know. Video... I don't know what the video scandal... I don't know what the hell it was. All deflated balls. That was the most stupidest thing in the world. That's like freaking listening to politics. That's like freaking listening to Democrats and Republicans fucking screaming about something stupid. That was stupid. He got a 4-game suspension. You know what happened? Jimmy G. What was the other guy named? Bennett? Or something like that? That was another quarterback, too. A third-string quarterback. Second and third-string quarterback. They won 3 games out of 4. Brady comes in. They won a Super Bowl. Brady said, yeah, motherfucker, we're going to win a Super Bowl. And then he won a Super Bowl, okay? When he left Tampa, right, what did he do? First year with Tampa, what did he do? What did he do? He won a freaking Super Bowl. Belichick, you screwed up on that one. You should have kept your damn Brady and let him retire. And now he is. He is retired as a New England Patriot. He is going to Hall of Fame as a New England Patriot. But he could have stayed in New England from the start to the end. And you don't see quarterbacks like that no more. Okay, what happened to freaking Dan Marino was the only quarterback I know that stayed with Miami from the beginning to the end. Remember at the end? He had so much freaking equipment on his goddamn legs, he looked like a bionic man. He had so much stuff. I mean, all he did was back, 1-2, throw, 1-2, throw. Man, that motherfucker, he threw that ball so fast, people were like, what the hell? Because if he didn't even be on the ground. He's like, man, I'm too old for this shit. He probably had arthritis from freaking flaring up and shit like that by the end of his freaking career. 5 times, Mac. You got sacked 5 times. 5 times. I understand we have a sucky line, but man, we get up, run and move, man. Move and groove. Okay. Move and groove. Get your freaking chicken legs and fucking stop moving grooving. You know what I mean? Avoid thy sack. Throw thy ball. 3.5 seconds. Like a surgeon, like Tom Brady, man. 3.5 seconds. He go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Use your freaking head. You're not using your head there, Big Mac. I know for a fact because you could have avoided some of those freaking sacks. I watched the freaking damn highlights. And offensive line, like I said, turn in your freaking paychecks. You're working for free now. No, you don't deserve money. You're playing like freaking pee-wee freaking football. God, why we don't have receivers? What is wrong with not getting receivers, Belichick? Come on. Give me a goddamn receiver. Give me a goddamn... You know why we don't have a running game in the passing game? Because we don't have a freaking offensive line. That freaking... I need a line, okay, that will freaking open up lanes for the running game. We had a goddamn awesome running game years ago. Wow. And we had... Man, I remember when Brady played, and he had freaking... He won receivers. He didn't get any receivers. So we had freaking no-name receivers. You know what I mean? We made them into freaking stars. Look at the squirrel. You know what I'm talking about. Edelman. That mofo was a quarterback back in whatever high school you went to. I mean, college. I don't remember. I apologize. But that motherfucker, he became a wide receiver. Wide receiver / whatever the case may be. That motherfucker, he was freaking awesome. Okay? There were players out there. There was players I used to remember that our defense in the early 2000s, the dynasty, 20 years, we had a dynasty. Okay, we could have won multiple. I mean, if we would have beat the Giants twice in Philadelphia, we would have had freaking 9 freaking Super Bowls. Tom Brady would have had 10 Super Bowls, but now we only had 7 because we lost to Philadelphia, and and the other two. We lost to the Bears in '85, and we lost to the freaking Packers in '97. That was Brett Favre's year, And then in '85, man, the Bears, for some reason, they were freaking dominant. That was the Bears. Miami beat the Bears. Bears were going to win. The Bears was going to go 16-0, right? And guess what? If they would have beat Miami in the regular season, they would have beaten the 72 Dolphins. Okay. Patriots are the only team closer than any other team. They won 16 regular season games. Patriots won 16. If you remember that, 2007, they won 16 regular season games. Okay. There's no 16 games anymore. There's now 17, and there's soon to be 18. They're talking about it. Something about playoffs and all this crap. Blah 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 blah. Got to make more money, right? Every freaking sport's doing that, man. We're gonna play more games. We're gonna play more games. We're gonna play more games. Before you know it, the NFL is gonna be like the freaking NBA. We're gonna start in freaking July and then freaking go on. So we can play like another 4, 8, 10 games. Because every time you have a game at a stadium and it's crowded, guess what? You're making a ton of money. Now, I haven't looked at New England Stadium, but they're very faithful. Boston fans are very faithful. They will go. I remember the Red Sox sucked this year. Guess what? They all went. They knew, but they all went. You know why? Because they're the faithful ones. The ones that are faithful, the ones that are in the New England area that go every freaking day to go watch baseball or basketball or freaking hockey. Every Sunday like clockwork. You look at New England at that Gillette Stadium, and it's like, hey, we're going to be here, And if it's not full, then I'm going to be pissed off at all those freaking goddamn Massachusetts kindly people that I used to live with. Anyways, I got 18 minutes in. I had to rant, man. I had to rant. I had to get it off my chest, man. So anyways, but on a lighter note, and I know people are like, not even watching this after like 3.5 seconds, and like, crap, he's freaking ranting. Just remember, man, this week is another week. Like I said, I'm dealing with the demons, sleeping demons, basically. For some damn reason, they don't want me to sleep. Nightmares are not as bad, but just feeling claustrophobic. That's the main thing. I wake up, thinking that I'm in a coffin or in something, can't get out, scratching, peeling, trying to get out. You know what I mean? That's feeling. When you wake up and you have that feeling, man, it's not a good feeling. Dazed, confused, don't know what time it is. I woke up, it was before 6, like 6 something, I was in bed at 4 something. I got maybe 2+ hours of sleep. That was it. Got up and freaking went, what? I'm up right now. I need to get back to sleep. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to play my YouTube channel. I'm just going to go on social media, say hi to everybody, whatever the case may be. All right? I got to get off this before I can rant all day long if I wanted to. This thing would be freaking huge, and it's going to take freaking forever to freaking goddamn edit this thing. All right. Always remember one thing. Whoever fails, do or do not, that is no try. Okay? Yes, my buddy Cole used to have these type. I wish you can get them back. He doesn't have them anymore, but I got like freaking 5 or 6 of them, 4 or 5 of them. That's one of them. Ugh, I love Star Wars, man. Star Wars is, man. I am a geek. I'm a sci-fi geek, man. But you know what? I like Star Trek too. And people are like, you gotta watch. You gotta have to watch either freaking or Star Wars or freaking Star Trek. I said, dude, man, I'm not freaking vanilla, man. I'm Rocky Road. I'm fucking Napoleon, man. I have different flavors, man. If I like both, I like both. I like Battlestar Galactica. I like Star Blazers. Anybody know what Star Blazers is? Okay, go to Google it. Okay, or go to YouTube and look up Star Blazers 1979. There you go. Watch the season. You'll love it. I guarantee you get hooked. It's a Japanese animated show. You know, animation is not just from now. Animation, when I was a kid, animation was animation. We had it on channel 56. Remember UHF channels? We had 56, 25, and 38. Benny Hill was on UHF. That mofo had his freaking shows. Yeah, they had TNA sometimes. Oh yeah, that I remember the time. Me and my buddy, man. But we used to watch. We was on Benny Hill just to see a little nitpick, you know. Anyway, so all right, let me get out of here. I gotta do a uniform, boots, and all that, but I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna go back to sleep. Probably in a few hours, because my alarm clock goes off at 1:30. But anyway, so all right, thank you for letting me rant. Go Patriots. Hopefully next week they can wake up, smell the coffee. Put in Zappy. Okay, just put in freaking Zappy. Belichick, if you're out there, listen to me. All right. I know you got an extension. I know Robert Kraft trusts you, whatever the case may be. And I know for a fact that you don't have the team that you want this year. But let me tell you something. Put in Zappy from West Kentucky. He can throw the goddamn ball. And you know what? Open the goddamn field. Open the field for the quarterback. And find some freaking players on the trade deadline that freaking can plug in that goddamn offense. We need a running game. And in the offseason, because I know we're not going to the playoffs. In the offseason, please find a freaking wide receiver. Because I guarantee you, all the all-stars out there, in NFL land, don't want to come to New England anymore like they used to. All right. Gotta run, gotta go. Canine Chris out. Peace. Love you all. Bye-bye.